So it's on the way to the RAF museum. And as usual, halal foods, you know. Right, so this is across the road from the RAF museum, National RAF Museum. Quite big by the look of it, so go on and have a look what it's about. Collindale, what I brought through so far, not really much to comment on, just loads of high-rise buildings. Nothing more than that really. Free entry as well. Similar to that one up at Moulton, up in East Yorkshire. Or is it North Yorkshire? Norton on Derwent, that sort of area. Gate Gardens. Look at the numbers drop here. 1918, 230,000 serving in the RAF. 1944, about 1.3 million, roughly. 2018, 37,000. Might even be lower by now. Good old Masonic. 11th hour, 11th day, 11th month. Obviously comes 33. 33 degrees in Freemasonry. And the outbreak of war triggered a spell of patriotic fever. Men flocked to recruitment officers to join up. Obviously quite concerning in today's day and age with Russia and all that. There's enough normies, men who want to go along with it, not realising it's just a big bloodbath designed to topple Britain really for good, and all of Europe after what's happened since World War II, World War I. That's proof of what I'm saying. You'll have nothing to come back to, that's for sure, if you do go marching off to fight Russia, because all the migrants in the hotels will be trashing the place and God knows what else, because they'll be deployed and everyone will be left defenceless. Anyway, when you imagine being one of them men and women on the wall over there, if they could see what the whole of the UK's come, not just London, but I think they'd be shocked. I've said it enough times, but I'll say it again. So yeah, RAF Museum sometime last week up in North London. You know, I went to Edgware originally and then had to do a U-turn back to Collindale and had a wander through there. There's a Japanese lady handing out some leaflets to do with their religion or something, you know, it's similar message to Christianity and that, but yeah, there's a couple of photos around the museum anyway. As usual, you know, I like documenting this stuff because the lefties will obviously be coming for it in the years to come because of Britain's evil colonial history and all the rest of it. So, and other than that, it's a nice day out. That's the photography thing all over really. Keeps me occupied, keeps me out of trouble. And yeah, a load of bombs. The RAF is quite a unique one really in the military because it's only 100 years old as opposed to the Army and the Navy, which are the Royal Navy guys are extremely old and traditional. And that was a white family. You don't see many of them, so I thought that was worth capturing. This was quite interesting towards the end. It's to do with sort of like the evolution of things in general. So I just sat down and sort of discreetly recorded it because there was families walking past and stuff and I couldn't be asked getting into any bother with people. So yeah, the invention of the mobile phone, the collapse of the Berlin Wall, the inventions of computers, so that'd be 1984 I think, Nelson Mandela. Well, space, you know, but like Red Hot Chili Peppers said, space might be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Spice Girls, are they really girls though? Cloning sheep, well, that's pretty fucking demonic, isn't it? Let's be honest. Leonardo DiCaprio, another potential Epstein Island person. There's enough of them around, isn't there? An inside job that took place in New York, September sort of time. Tony Blair with all this shit he did to the UK. It's interesting looking back on it now and being so cynical because we're in like the end times now, where you can look back and see everything has been building up to where we are now in society. 7/7, obviously, there was something to do with 7/7 with numerology, but I can't remember right now. Yeah, the 2012 Olympics, bloody hell, that was really sinister. You remember all them demons and stuff, and it was all to do with like NHS beds. It was basically warning of what was coming 2020 and 20 onwards, really. D-Day, yeah, fought for our future of backdoor communism in the UK. You know, but this prove me wrong is all I'm going to say. You might be sat there thinking, God, how cynical is this guy, but prove me wrong on what I'm saying. All these electric vehicles and robots that are coming in the modern world. One thing has led to another. Oh yeah, the Me Too thing as well, making it difficult for men to go and approach women anymore. Beast from the East in 2018. Emmanuel Goldstein from 1984, otherwise known as Vladimir Putin, for the normies to have their 2 minutes of hate towards. When in reality they should be steering it towards their own politicians who did things like this, locked you up in your own homes 4 years ago. BLM, another Marxist movement designed to tear down Western civilization. Joe Biden, another creepy Biden. And then the pokes in the arm from 2021, which ever since I've never seen so many ambulances on the road and people having heart problems and cancers and the kind of people that promoted all that sort of stuff. This was nice though, you know, a Chinook and a C-130, and I recorded that Dam Busters because the BBC called it infamous, didn't they? The Dam Busters were infamous. Well, that concludes the visit to the museum anyway. For anyone who plans to come here, you need to go to Colindale station, not Edgware. Well worth a visit, it's free. About a 5-10 minute walk from the train station, so, and that's about it. This building over here has got me interest. I don't know if it's a flat or a hotel, but Rittle House, I think it says. I'm literally just speaking to an English lady then, and she, is it a hotel? Is it a hotel? Okay, can't hear you. Thanks anyway. Yeah, Rittle House, but yeah, just speaking to a lady then who was homeless. Yeah, she started winding up because I don't like ignoring homeless people, so I stop and talk to them, make sure they know that they exist. But if that was a hotel, it's not, but if it was, then you know, if it's one of the migrant hotels, it's shocking that people are walking around homeless like that, welling up with tears because they've got nowhere to stay and they're not used to people being nice to them. But yeah, pretty ugly looking area, like you can tell there's a lot of new builds that have gone up around the area. Not really much to explore by the look of it, just loads of new builds. Anyway, early signs of spring are cropping up, the daffodils coming up. Yeah, for anyone who intends to visit, that's the train station just there, and then you come down to this roundabout, straight over, and it takes you up to the museum. They always give these places really ironic names, like Colindale Gardens. Obviously probably was a garden not so long ago, and same as how they call places like Cherry Tree Meadows when they've chopped them all down and put all these housing estates and buildings on there. It's a horrendous building that is.